Y'all want to know what really grinds my gears and chaps my hind is when these articles come out, like the one in Forbes magazine, where they say that we shouldn't be talking about COVID-19 and vaccines and climate change, that those are the three topics that we should not be doing our own research in. Now, isn't it a little convenient that the three most controversial topics in science are the three things that we are not supposed to do our own research into? I find that interesting. We've seen multiple doctors at this point come out saying that they are successfully treating COVID-19 patients and trying to educate the public and trying to answer questions and provide information, and every time they are immediately discredited. Many times their social media is taken down and their character is completely destroyed, all because they decided to speak out on something they believe and something that they believe to be true. I suppose you could say they had their expert card revoked. And at that point, why would somebody else want to step forward? We keep hearing how there's no answers, we don't know anything, we don't know, but yet there are people coming forward saying that they know something and they're not being allowed to speak. Now, isn't that a little concerning to anybody besides me? At the end of the day, every decision we make requires some level of trust and faith in something outside of ourselves. Many times our faith is placed in the hands of mere humans who have their own problems, their own distractions, their own pressures, their own ideas, and their own perspectives. What we value changes our perspective. For example, I value freedom, and people don't crave freedom until they're without it, and then they want it. But freedom is a value, and values have to be protected, otherwise they will be taken from you. When you value something, you want to protect it. My value for freedom has changed the way that I have seen this pandemic. And I think that's true for a lot of people. A lot of people value freedom more than safety. That is the whole idea of America, is that we can choose what we value and what we invest in. I'm free to make my own decisions as long as my decisions do not infringe on your decisions. And then you get into the whole mask debate. Well, if your faith is in your mask, then you shouldn't be concerned about me. Now, when you tell me that because I'm not wearing a mask, I have blood on my hands, or because I don't think that masks are as effective as we would like for them to be, because I've heard many, many, many people who have gotten this virus with being religiously attached to their masks and not going anywhere, and yet they still got it. So, again, it's all about where we put our faith and what we decide to invest in. So what's your point, Jane? It all comes down to faith. It all comes down to faith. Who and what are you putting your faith in? You have faith in your mask and other people's masks, that they are being worn appropriately, handled appropriately, and that they will protect you. You have faith in your vaccines, that they will protect you and that they are not causing you harm. You have faith in the CDC and the World Health Organization, that they have no conflicts of interest when it comes to your health and the information that they decide to promote and discredit. I have faith in none of those things. I have faith in my Bible and in my relationship with Christ. I have faith in my ability to protect myself, whether that is with my beautifully designed and highly intelligent immune system or with my gun. I have faith in my personal hygiene, and I have zero faith in other people's personal hygiene. I say all the time, I assume that everything that I am not directly responsible for cleaning could probably have poop on it. And as a nurse, that is the golden rule to live by if you want to stay healthy. Don't touch anything without assuming that something is dirty on it that could potentially harm you. If you live your life that way, you'd be amazed. You would not get sick nearly as often. I have faith in my personal hygiene. And I do not think that it is another person's responsibility to protect you. I protect myself with healthy food. I protect myself by staying active. I protect myself by keeping clean hands, and not with that Germ-X nonsense. I wash my hands with soap and water all the time religiously. What happens if we don't share the same values and faith? What if I wanted to listen to Dr. Emanuel or Dr. Bergman or Dr. Humphreys rather than Dr. Fauci? This is where the problems start. This is when my freedom of speech starts to be infringed upon. This is when the not so passive aggressive social justice warriors start in saying how I'm an awful nurse and I shouldn't be allowed to work with children, and I have, quote, blood on my hands, all because I have the audacity of suggesting that maybe masks are not going to get us out of this. PPE is not going to get us out of this. Having healthier immune systems is what's going to get us out of this. Having a comprehension of our immunity and what it does for us and how to make it better and what makes it worse is where we should be starting. And I'm being told that I'm a bad nurse for that reason. By all means, if you're immunocompromised and you feel the need to wear a mask, I'm not going to get in your way. But don't be mad at me because I'm strong and I'm healthy and I'm prepared for whatever gets on me or I come in contact with. I know how to deal with that. My body knows how to deal with that. And I'm rock solid. And by all means, I'm not going to think badly of you because you don't feel comfortable. The difference is that one side is really starting to get nasty and take this to extremes. And the other side is over here just trying to mind our own business. And really, it all comes down to that freedom and that value. When you value freedom over safety and security, I mean, I've had multiple older ladies or older gentlemen say, don't wear a mask for me. I don't want to wear a mask. I'm alive. I'm healthy. I want to breathe in fresh air. That is their right and that is their choice and that is their freedom. They value freedom. They have their faith in themselves. And if you don't like that, then you are more than welcome to put your mask on or to wear gloves or go head to toe PPE if you'd like to. It's become such a divisive thing that it just hurts my heart. Because it's okay. It's okay, guys. Like, we can believe different things. We can have our faith in different things. And we can all still live harmoniously together. And we're going to be okay. You can't put that kind of burden on somebody else. And especially as a society, that is when you start getting into socialism. When you are my responsibility. No. You are your responsibility. That's how freedom works. You have the freedom to do something with your life or to waste it away. Likewise, I do too. Anyways, the point is that you can't limit other people's freedoms without wreaking havoc. And in my opinion, everything that's going on in this country and the reason it's so tense right now is because there are a lot of us who believe that you are dangerously infringing on our freedoms. You will always find somebody to agree with you. That does not make it true. Just in thinking how we are all so different and we all have different values and different beliefs and different opinions, different religions, different personalities. The only way that any of that works is with freedom. Because for every doctor you show me who believes that antibiotics are good and that chemotherapy is the solution to cancer and crazy lunatic things like that, I can show you one who claims to be able to cure diabetes and cure cancers and things like that. But those are all unheard of. You're not allowed to say cure in healthcare anymore. Who are you going to believe? Who are you going to put your faith and your stock in? Never assume anything to be 100% true. Always have skepticism about everything. What you decide to put your faith in is your business and nobody else's. Stop letting people tell you that you're not smart enough to understand this, that you're not intelligent enough to have an opinion. I just think that we need to realize that we're never all going to agree on one thing. We're never all going to see eye to eye on everything. And it's okay. And if you see me and you are just outraged by this, turn it off. You don't have to watch it. Because this is America and you're free to do as you please as long as it doesn't hinder or affect me. I just hope that you all consider some of the things that I've talked about today. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. I hear it helps. So if there's anything you want me to make a video on, please let me know. And until next time, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a blessed day.